I feel like when we were playing you guys, like, we were literally at one point where, like, we just need to stop because we were like, we can score if we just, like, throw hitches down the field or,
Uh-huh.
clear with Kevin and I'll go underneath or, like, vice versa with whoever we had out there just to, like, try and pick apart zones or do whatever we could. Um, or, like, try and get a mismatch, but it's weird having that mindset of, like, we just need to stop versus we just need a score that
Yeah.
it is, I think, in regular football because, like, I mean, our points are outrageous and some. I mean, Josh texted me his stats and he threw 11 touchdowns, and I was like, "God, golly."
Mhm. I want to stop that man. He was supposed to be retired, all right?
Oh,
Let's get this dude back in
I
retirement, man.
was, like, kind of happy that he wasn't playing, and then he just showed up out of nowhere, and I was like, "You know what? I don't know if I want him here."
That's why I'm just glad that we played him in the beginning. I was like, "Oh, okay, we got this headache out the way." So, but yeah, but knowing how they've been playing, man, we're probably gonna see them again, so I'm excited about that opportunity.
Yeah, and I mean, so going back, I'm pulling everything up again. So going back, you said you were surprised at your guys' defensive rating. Are you surprised at your offensive production being 4th?
Mm, no, not really because I mean, I've personally seen the Vols put up like, almost 70, 80 points in the past few weeks, so that doesn't really shock me. TCU's found their stride ever since their
Oh,
week 1
dude.
loss, so they've been
Yes.
scoring. I mean, have they scored less than 60 since they lost to you guys?
So, let me see. Week 1, they lost 43-40 to us.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember that.
and then week 2, they scored 75, week 3, 86, and week 4, 54. So, barely.
Very
But I
yeah,
mean, putting up 75 and 86 is
yeah,
just wild.
right,
I
and
well,
then
there's
they
only especially with us having a running clock, like,
uh-huh,
minus, like, the last minute or 2, like, you have to score quick on every possession.
right,
'Cause, like, I feel like in our game, there was a decent amount of scoring. Both teams scored most possessions, and it was 55-40.
yeah.
So and I think there were a couple pick sixes in there, which I know, like, it's hard to account for that in, like, the offensive and defensive stats. But I don't know. I mean, obviously, Oregon at the top in both categories, they're just on fire. So, we are now playing them week 6, which, Seth, I just need 1 pick, please. That's all I ask. It's so funny, I felt bad during our game because, like, obviously, we talk about, like, not getting things too heated and things like that, and I don't know what it is. Like, when I was in high school and college, like, I never talked when I was on the field, but, like, I don't know if I'm just more competitive or whatever, but, like, it's not even, like, me bad talking at all,
Mhm.
but, like, I remember there was somebody on the sideline for our game that I think you guys had a long play or something like that, and they were like, "They're salty," and I was like, "No, we're peppery," and I was like, "I don't know why I just said that."
Gosh,
I got over to the sideline, I was like, "I need to stop. I need to just chill. I need to stop talking.
it's just a pose.
It's just a game." No, it's so funny, like, I love the competitive, like, banter because like, I mean, all the guys that I was talking with, like, I was being competitive with during the game, like, just dapped them up after the game and moved on. So, I mean, I did like that about our game, like, we were talking a bunch, but, like, we left it
Nice,
all out. Like, we were just playing. Yeah, and I mean, I like to be creative with mine and, like, funny, or I try
yeah.
to be, so that's why I yelled out at you to let me start at midfield. I'll do anything to bribe people, I don't care. I've tried to bribe refs, I don't care, I'll admit it as much as I can. That's why Seth, whatever food you want to throw me 3 picks, I'll do per pick, that's fine. I don't care, I've tried to offer Dan a Popeyes gift card before. My go-to is 20 bucks, but I think the refs' rates have gone up, so I'll have to rethink that strategy.
Hey, I got a quick question real quick. So in the power rankings, I'm looking down. Your team is currently 6th in the power rankings.
Correct.
However, oh man, my mom's calling. Gotta respectfully decline this.
Sorry, mama. Sorry, Mama Amber.
Sorry, mom. She'll be okay. I love you. If you're listening to this, yeah. So I see that you guys are currently ranked 6th, but I'm curious. There's one first place vote. Was that you?
It was not.
'Cause I'm looking down, you got the Fighting Irish with 6 first place votes, Oregon with 5,
It's
TCU with 1, Tennessee has no first place votes, Florida State has no first place votes, but then you look down at Vanderbilt and you
and
got
you're just like,
1.
2 and 2, 6 in the power rankings, but you got a first place vote right there. So, no, it was not. So, what I don't even know who it was.
It was Kevin Miller, it had to be.
It had to be. But, like, what I did is, like, I don't even know who votes, so I can't even say, like, "Yeah, I have you guys put your names," but I legitimately, like, to make sure it's fair that, like, I don't know something that people don't know kinda thing, is,
Mhm.
like, once all the votes are in, or, like, this morning when I knew, like, we weren't gonna record yesterday, I,
Yeah,
like, delete the name column. Like, I just make sure they're all different, and then I delete the name column, and then I filter, like, one of the categories so that, like, it's mixed up a little bit.
right.
But I like how I do it is, like, in like, for what I'm staring at right now is like, alright, one of the first entries was Oregon, like, had them at the first seed, so I'll, like, go through all of Oregon's and I'll, like, control F it so I can easily find it and, like, do all that and I'll add them up, and then I got to Vanderbilt and I was like, "Vanderbilt, alright, we were pretty consistently, like, on everybody's board, like, 6th." So I was like, "Alright, 6th, 6th, 5th, 7th, 1st? Alright."
God,
I was like, "I mean, okay, I'll take it. I'll take the
right.
vote. I can't just ignore it, but it does look weird, I will give you that."
I was like, "Whoa, that's a little
No,
interesting."
but I mean, for you in Oregon, you guys being first place, so to run down with everybody, when I say I made graphics, ChatGPT made graphics, and I'm lazy now. So, if you find any discrepancies, blame the computer, not me. But just to run down the list, Oregon, jeez, Notre Dame, first place with 6 first place votes. Oregon is in second place with 5 first place votes. TCU's in third with 1. Tennessee is in fourth, no votes. Florida State's in fifth, then Vanderbilt, and then we already discovered the one first place vote. Indiana at 7, San Diego State 8, Ole Miss 9, LSU 10. One thing I will point out, or two things. One, Isaac, you better be happy with me because he literally pulled me aside at his game and he was like, if TCU is not in the top 3, he's like, it's rigged. I was like, I don't control it, but I'll
I
try.
mean, honestly, like, I probably would have thought the same thing.
Oh yeah.
So,
And like our win against them, like, I know they didn't have their quarterback week 1, and I wasn't there, so I, like, can't speak a lot on it, but I look back at that, I'm like, "Wow, that might have been, like, a make or break game for, like, seeding wise later."
yeah, for sure.
Because, like, moving to a little bit of, like, ChatGPT's, like, playoff prediction kinda thing, like, it puts us at a 4 seed above TCU, like, yeah, given now that, like, in that instance, like, we would play TCU, but I mean, it has us beating them in the playoffs, which I don't mind, but it's just because of that head to head that like we're ahead of them.
Right.
So, I mean, I know we're already over halfway through the season, technically, like regular season wise. So it's like those head to head games really matter. And even when like you guys play Oregon in the last week, I really think that'll be like game of the year.
Well, it better be.
Cause
It has to be.
I mean, it has to be, unless like I know you guys are gonna have or you guys and TCU are game of the week this week, which I'm excited to see that matchup as well. I mean, they've been putting up good numbers, and I think your team is just consistent. Like, even if you guys aren't making like long flashy plays, like
Mhm.
you're just constantly getting down the field, or you're making like for us, our problem was like you got us in like third and longs all the
Right.
time, and it's like we just couldn't do anything. And so I truly think like seeing you guys play much as it frustrated me, I was like, we got done with the game and we were like, we couldn't have played like much better. And like, yeah, we could have like not thrown as many picks, Dylan, but it's fine. I'm not mad. But I'm like, I mean, there were like little things that obviously we could have done, but we were like, we didn't play bad. And
Right.
so like he was like, you guys just executed. And so I think that's like you guys are just consistent all the way through. Like, even if you're not scoring a ton of points,
Mhm.
like you guys are consistent. Like you scored 43, 54, 60, and 55. So it's
Yep.
like you're scoring the entire game. You might get stopped twice,
Yeah.
but like, you know what I mean? Like you guys are fine in my eyes.
Yeah.
But no, I'll definitely be excited. And you are the hardest schedule now.
Yeah.
Going to strength of schedule, I mean, Notre Dame, toughest.
It's hardest strength of schedule in this league's history, has to be.
Yes. So, counting the remaining 3 games, you have that game against TCU, then you got Florida State and Oregon, which potentially all 3 of those could be games of the week or game of the year. So
Legit.
like, you have the hardest schedule by a decent amount, like, remaining schedule, and even if we included everything, I still think it would be top 3.
Do you have the rankings for the strength of schedule right in front of
Yeah.
you?
So, I have it for the remaining 3 weeks. So, Notre Dame won. So, I built my own scoring system so I could tell you what the score is, but I don't know if it would mean anything to you. But it's just a combination of, like, what the team ranking is, that you're playing and what stars their players are. So, obviously, like, you guys' matchup against Florida State, like, kicked your ranking up because their average stars are above 3, and they're currently ranked 5th right now. So, that's what really, like, put you over the edge. But, yes, so Notre Dame oh my god, voice crack. No. Notre Dame, toughest schedule, the toughest remaining 3 weeks. Indiana, with the 2nd toughest schedule, which Indiana's been up there all season.
Yeah.
TCU 3rd, hardest schedule, Florida State 4th. 5th, Oregon, Tennessee is 6th, LSU 7, 8 is Vanderbilt, 9 San Diego State, and 10 Ole Miss. So Ole Miss with a few, which they play us, which I'm hoping is not a win for them, but they play us, LSU, and San Diego State, which are all 3 winnable games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, I mean, I know they're 0 and 4 currently, but I mean, they could still finish 3 and 4
Mhm.
and run it out. And I mean, same thing with LSU. Yeah, the game this week against Tennessee is going to be rough. They need a lot of things to go right, but again, they have Ole Miss and Vanderbilt.
Mhm.
And I'm not trying to discourage my team at all, but
Right.
I'm a realist as much as I can be, and like me and you have learned with however many seasons in this league that no game is given. Oh, I mean, we could have 10 people not show up in a week, and then you're just out of luck. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I kind of want to turn a little bit more to well, let me do this first, and then I was gonna go to the playoff prediction, but let me go through this week's games. So, a little recap of week 4. Notre Dame beat Vanderbilt 55-40. San Diego State gets its first win over LSU with a score of 88-53, putting up 88 points. TCU over Florida State 54-44, which is a great game. I got to watch the end of it. Literally came down to the last play. And then Oregon over Ole Miss 66-18, and then Tennessee over Indiana 72-50. So, or as much as Isaac and other people would hate to say it, ChatGPT's record ain't bad.
No.
ChatGPT's record so far this season is 16-4. It's week 1 was its worst week. It went 2 and 3 in predictions, but then it's week 2 and week 3 both went 5-0, 5 for 5. And then
Right.
this
Yeah.
past week it went 4-1. The only game it got wrong was it predicted Florida State to beat TCU. So,
It's not too far off.
it's not too far off. It's not a perfect system, but I'm just saying. So for this week's predictions, Notre Dame predicted to beat Tennessee. Hordes are hard. Notre Dame predicted to beat TCU by 6. Florida State predicted to beat San Diego State by 3. That's another game to watch. Tennessee predicted to beat LSU by 10. Oregon predicted to win by 9 over Indiana, and then Vanderbilt predicted to win by 5 over Ole Miss. So we still got some games. These are all 1-2 score games. So I mean, I know you're looking forward to your game. Is there any other game that you're kind of having your eye on for rankings or anything?
Well, since I would say, I mean, all 3 games that we have remaining are very tough.
Yeah.
So my thing that I'm trying to do with my guys right now is, like, trying to let them know, like, "Hey, like, we have the hardest remaining schedule, but let's not think too far ahead. Like, we gotta make
Right.
sure that we're executing everything 1 week at a time, 1 snap at a time."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
before we even try to even think about the remaining schedule that we do have, we need to make sure that we're taking care of TCU first.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we're not if we just keep thinking about how hard our schedule is for the remainder of it, I mean, one of those teams will come up and they'll upset us,
Oh
and
yeah.
I truly
And
feel that.
and
So, we
it's
make sure that we're, still staying in the moment, playing 1 snap at a time, and then most importantly, just stay together as a team, which I feel like is another reason why our squad is so good is because we're every single time that someone makes a mistake, no one's getting down on themselves, and
Yeah.
and even if someone is, like, someone's right there to pick your chin up, like, "Yo, dude, that's okay."
Mhm.
Like, we make we play this game, people are gonna make plays no matter what, so, like, just brush yourself off and just go make a play the next time.
Yeah, exactly. I think, like, you at least from what I've seen, and an unbiased ChatGPT opinion, um, I think you and Oregon are almost on a collision course, although Tennessee has really proven themselves in the past weeks. Not that I would ever doubt Josh Nelson.
Yeah.
But you did get the win over them in week 2, 54-50, which I think is a solid win for you guys. But I mean, what was that game like? I mean, obviously back and forth. I can imagine with a 4-point game.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I mean, I was a little frustrated because we coulda beat them by 20 points.
Oh,
And I feel like Josh is humble enough to at least acknowledge that we could've beat them by
okay.
20,
Okay.
but we had what was it? We had a fumble.
Mm.
Yeah, we had a fumble right in front of the end zone, and then, like, literally gave them the ball. Well, they were up I think we were up by, like, 16 or 18 at that point, and then
Mhm.
they oh, wait. Oh, man, no, because they got a three-point play on us, that's right.
Did they really?
They went for 3, and they got and I was
That's
just like,
great.
of course, Josh Nelson, his first time doing a three-point conversion, he freaking gets it, like, what the heck, dude? So, like, then that happened. I don't remember if we threw a pick or not or whatnot, but then they scored, like, that would have been a statement win, but it looked a lot closer than what I feel like it was. But
Yeah.
still, like, that's what I'm saying, like, you can never, like, you can't ever take your foot off the gas in this league, ever.
Well, and to even give you an example from our game, we had thrown a pick that should have been a pick six,
Yeah,
but you guys threw it back and fumbled.
yeah,
So it gave us another shot.
it was a similar situation that happened in that game. Like,
Okay.
what happened during that was exactly what happened during the Vols
Yeah.
game. And so, like, it is what it is, but, I just like I said, there's more meat on the bone, like, week to week that
Yeah.
we should be taking advantage of, and we didn't.
Yeah.
And the Volunteers, I'll give them the credit. They took advantage of those mistakes that we made in order to put the game away.
Mhm.
So,
Well
that's why I'm
well,
saying, like, never ever sleep on a Josh Nelson team ever in your life.
no. I mean, he like, we when I had sent you the, like, players of the year, like, because I had the captains just give me an early MVP, early offensive player of the year, or early defensive player of the year. He's
Mhm.
one of the few people that has a name in each category, and I lied, maybe not defense, as I'm looking at it now. Sorry, Josh. Anyway, he's, like, up there a significant amount in MVP and offensive player of the year, though, and I think his name is always in contention. So it's like he's just magical in some aspects. I legit did not, like, believe it when he sent me and said 11 touchdown passes.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, my
That's
lord."
not even his main position.
No, it's not. Whatever. I'm not upset about it. It's fine.
Well, I'm not bitter.
I'm not bitter. It's okay. No, Josh killed us. I can't say anything. No, but looking at, like, playoff prediction, you I don't wanna say, like, there's a clear top 3 because anything can happen. And especially with TCU now kinda putting their foot on the gas a little bit. So it might be like a top 4, depending on how you look at it, but final standings for predictions is Oregon 7-0, Notre Dame 6-1, Tennessee 6-1, Vanderbilt 4-3, TCU and 4-3. So it does have TCU losing to you guys in Tennessee and then beating Indiana in the last week. And that's where I said that, like, head to head comes into play.
With Vanderbilt, yeah.
With a Vanderbilt because, like, if we both go 4-3, then Vanderbilt takes it over TCU technically because of the head to head. Same thing with you guys in Tennessee if you both go 6-1. Like, that 2 seed is important.
Yeah,
That 1 and
literally,
2 is like you're playing 1 less game.
right.
So and I mean, obviously nobody wants to be the 7 through not or 7 through 10 because then you're playing 4 games, basically, if you're
Yeah,
making a championship. So, I mean, seeding definitely matters. So if you can get in those 2 top 2 spots, and that's where that head to head really comes into play. And so, I mean, maybe even this game with you guys in TCU could be a decider
yeah,
in that. So it's like you might end up in a three-way tie, and then you end up with your offenses making the actual, like, determination or how I forget the actual way it works. But there's definitely just a lot that can play out in 3 weeks, which I'm excited to see. I mean, even San Diego State, I think they're, sneaky good
yeah, San Diego State, yeah, for sure.
because I'm looking at it, and I mean, they're only projected to lose by 3 to Florida State.
I mean, just look at the projected record that they have. They started out, what, 1 and 3, right? They're 1
1
and
and
3.
3.
Yeah, and then they're wow. Projected word so hard. They're projected to win 2 out of their last 3 games.
Yeah, and that's not an insignificant number. And I mean, shoot, they beat Florida State this week. They
And
finished the season 4 and 3,
and
and
even if
now
they win that if they win 2 out of their last 3, and
mhm.
they win that first playoff game, they're a 500 team again.
Yeah, literally.
So, like,
And then yeah, and then those first 3 games just did like, I remember talking about, like, because we beat them in week 2. Again, I wasn't there, so I can't, like, speak on that. I really think it's me, now that I think about it, and my team, because we went 2-0 when I wasn't there, and now we're 0-2. So, anyway, that's a side note, but we'll try again this week. But, I mean, us beating them 53 to 38, like, that is what, 15 points? And I remember,
yeah,
again, even people saying, like, it was a closer game than even that reflects. So, I think they might have just had a couple bad draws.
yeah,
Obviously getting, I don't wanna say smoked, but 40-point difference to Tennessee in the first week. But then, like, a close loss to Vanderbilt and then a loss to a good Oregon team, but basically putting 50 points up on them, and then putting 88 on LSU.
yeah,
So, like, they can score.
yeah, yeah, that team's scary.
And they're definitely scary, so I'm excited for that game with Florida State and them. And I mean, Indiana, Ole Miss, and LSU, like, everybody makes the playoffs, so don't count anybody out.
Mhm.
I think they all can get wins or 1 or 2 wins. Like, I know Indiana's 1 and 3 right now, but I mean, they have a couple winnable games. Like, I know they have Oregon and TCU, which will be tough, but they play San Diego State. So that's another toss up. Ole Miss, we talked about a little bit playing Vanderbilt, San Diego State, and LSU, all 3 winnable games. And then San Diego State playing Indiana, Ole Miss, and Florida State, all 3 winnable games. So it'll definitely be interesting, like, what shakes up when we go from here. And I did just finish these stars to like where we're at, if you're curious to know about it.
Let's do it. Let's hear it.
So Notre Dame had the highest average star rating with 4.28. Take this all with a grain of salt. People have left and come. So it's like not 100% accurate, but I'm sure every team has had changes, like injuries and everything like that. So Notre Dame averaged 4.28. You're obviously currently in second in the actual rankings right now, so that's fine. Oregon coming in at the second highest with an average of 4 stars. They're obviously first right now, so you guys technically just like flipped places. But I mean, that's still fairly accurate. But then it comes to TCU, 3.83 stars on their team, and they're currently in fifth. But I still think like if we're going off power rankings, like you guys are one, two, three. So that makes sense. And then it's Vanderbilt, 3.72 ranked 4th? That doesn't make sense. Did I do that right?
Hang on, man, hang on, hang on, hang on,
Hey,
hang on.
hang on, that can't be right.
Let me pull this up.
No, 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 I'm looking at
No, let's say you
I'm
said
looking at potential final rankings. My bad.
I was about to say TCU, they're 3rd.
Yeah, I was like, "Wait,
I
what
was
am I
like,
doing?"
"Hang on a minute, what are you looking at?"
My bad. My bad.
You're
So,
good, you're good.
Vanderbilt 4th with, like, stars, but 6th actual, like, power rankings overall. And then you got Indiana with 3.66. They're currently 8th in the power rankings. San Diego State 3.5, currently 7th. The one that then you got Florida State, LSU, Tennessee, and Ole Miss. The one that throws me off, not throws me off, but again, a Josh Nelson team. Josh, I feel like I'm talking about you a lot. But their average stars was 3.11, which is the technical second lowest. But they're in 4th in the
4th.
power rankings. So I want to say yes, like obviously skill matters, but I also think Josh runs a very tight ship
Yeah, for
and
sure.
like they just execute no matter what they're doing. They always got a game plan. So
Which
maybe
I
it's just,
which is why he's so successful.
oh yeah. How many rings does he have? Do we know?
4?
He has 4?
He has 4 out of this is season number 8, and he's won 4 he's won 4 out of the 7 that he's played in.
Josh, I want you to listen really
Or
carefully
6.
to me here.
No, he's played in 6. He didn't even play last season.
No, he didn't. Josh, I need you to, this is specifically for you. Why did you never draft me? That's kind of rude. I'm kind of offended. I could have at least had 1 ring. I could have retired peacefully, but no, I just need to come back until I win one. So I'm gonna play until I'm 60 for this reason. Nah, I'll win a ring this year. It's fine. We'll come back. But I do kind of want to move to the actual playoff prediction. It structured it kind of weird. So the thing I sent you and the thing I'll send out to everybody is it's accurate once you get to like who's playing who, but the bracket just looks weird. So obviously you got the wild card playing round. San Diego State has beating LSU It actually gave us score predictions, which is wild. But the 7-10 game, San Diego State and LSU, has San Diego State advancing. And then Indiana Ole Miss for the 8-9 game, it has Indiana advancing in a low scoring game, a little defensive matchup, which is, I'd say, pretty on par with both teams. But then for the Elite Eight round. Oregon, they have advancing, beating Indiana. They have Notre Dame beating San Diego State, the 2-7 game. Moving to the other side, they have Tennessee beating Florida State in the 3-6 game, and then they have Vanderbilt barely beating TCU, too many T's, by 2. And I think that's just a reflection of the game we played earlier in the year.
Yeah.
So Isaac, don't be mad at me too much, and don't take it out on us if you see us again, please. Because I mean, we
Okay.
beat him. We beat him 43-40. So I was like, well, that kind of makes sense. But then, I mean, moving to the Final Four has Oregon beating Vanderbilt uh, by a couple of scores, and then it
14.
has and then it has Tennessee over Notre Dame as the technical first upset of the game or of the bracket, the 3 beating the 2, and then championship being Oregon and Tennessee. It does have Oregon winning by 4 and completing the perfect season, which in that case, I think Seth would get MVP. But
Of course.
just me. I know it has you guys losing to Tennessee, but overall thoughts on anything?
I mean, I respect.
I respect it. I respect it. Do I disagree? Yes. But do I respect it? Yeah.
I do disagree, but but who am I to say? I mean, it's been 80% right
I know.
on all of its games, so I mean, I'm not gonna say no, but I mean, I am gonna use it as motivation, that's for sure.
I'd say so. I mean, shoot, it doesn't even have you technically winning a playoff game.
Well, yeah, only technically has us winning the first one, the quarterfinal.
It doesn't even have you no, because you start in the oh, I'm dumb. I'm an idiot. JK. I don't know how brackets work.
And your brain is just
It's shot. Coaching for I mean,
yeah.
you're basically a coach, so I mean, you are a coach, not basically. It's just so tiring. And like they have me coaching long jump, which is fine. I did long jump in high school, but it's been since high school. So my brain is fried with teaching high school boys and girls how to long jump. But I mean, overall, I think it'll be still in a very eventful 3 weeks. I know we talked a little bit about offense and defense production. I don't think there's too many surprises
No.
from what I see. I think everything is about what I expected. I wish we were a little higher, obviously, in the rankings. But I mean, Oregon and Tennessee have been showing out. TCU has really pumped the brakes. Oh my gosh, words are hard. Has really pumped the gas. There it is. These past 3 weeks after that week 1 loss, and then obviously, like I told you guys, like you're consistent. You might not be scoring a million points, but you'll drive the ball down the field and score. Same thing with
Dubs, man, just
yeah.
W's. Don't worry,
Mhm.
don't care about how we get them as long as
Just a
as long
win
as
is a win.
right. Especially
Um,
in this league, man.
oh yeah, but main stats that everybody's worried about. Oregon has the best offense, 282 points. It says points per game. That's definitely not right. 182 points, and then they have the best defense as well, with 137 points, and a overall point differential of 145, which will win you some football games, I'd say.
I would say so, yeah.
So I'm doing math calculator. I have 3 screens, and it's still not enough.
I really got my laptop and my phone. I feel like I'm getting distracted by one of them.
I have 2 tabs on my first monitor. I have 2 tabs on my second monitor. I have 1 tab on my third, and then I'm also using my phone right in front of me. The things I do for you guys, I'm just saying. I'm just
For
kidding.
us.
For this. I'm just kidding. I love doing this. It's fun. So 282 divided by 4. So Oregon is averaging 70 points a game. 70.5 if we want to be technical. Yeah. And they're giving up 34. So
Yeah, I
their
mean, that
average score is 70-34.
yeah, that'll do it for you.
That's a
That will
lot.
that will definitely get you that number 1 spot for
That
sure.
will. That will, but it'll be like I said a million times already, it'll be good to like, these next 3 weeks will tell us a lot. I don't know how much will change. I'm sure Vanderbilt will get a lot more first place votes in the next couple weeks, so we won't have that random one that's down there. But even, like, going back a little bit to so I didn't put it on that graphic, but I do also have, like, what your average rating was that people voted for you.
Mm,
So the lowest Notre Dame was voted was 3rd Their average
Oh,
rank was 1.69.
yeah,
For Oregon, same thing. Lowest was third. Again, 1.69. The only thing that separated you guys was that first place vote. So really neck and neck there. TCU, um, lowest ranking was fifth. Average ranking was 3.54, but they jumped 3 spots from our last ranking in the past 2 weeks, which I think is deserved.
yeah,
Um, Tennessee, lowest was fifth. They were pretty on par. Their average was 4. And then I'm not kidding when I say the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seeds, almost every, like, form submitted had them in that order of Tennessee, Florida State, Vanderbilt, Indiana, San Diego State. So our middle group is consistent,
yeah.
but oh, shoot, I just put
I also just realized too that there's what is it? There's 2 teams that are 4-0, 2 teams
mhm,
that are 3-1, 2
mhm.
teams 2-2, 2 teams 1
1
and
and 3 and 2
1
teams
and
0 and
2.
4.
So, like, literally, we have our you literally have your equal with
It
you.
Yeah, it literally is as average as you can get, pretty much.
Yeah,
That is wild. And we don't play Florida State anymore, I don't think, because that was switched for week 6. Yeah, we have Ole Miss, Oregon, LSU. I'm with you in just taking it one game at a time, one snap at a time.
you have to.
I think that's mainly everything I got. Do you have anything to add? I got my voice.
No, I don't really have anything else to add. I just wanna if anything, just best of luck to all the squads this week. TCU, let's go, put on a show, man.
Yeah.
Let's go have some fun out there, and let's see who's, one of the top 3.
Give me a show. I need some popcorn. Give me a defensive matchup, please. We don't ever see
You're
that
not
here.
you're not playing this week, right? Or, I mean, you're not playing at the same time as we are, right? Oh,
Uh,
let's see.
Hold
You you guys had the late game. You guys gotcha.
on. In which I got to show out because Caitlin's family's coming.
You got to.
So again, Ole Miss, throw me some picks. Make me look good in front of people, please.
Y'all
I mean, I'll admit it to anybody. I don't care. It's not a strategy. I'm not old by any means. Like I'm 25, but I feel like I'm 60 sometimes when I play.
eh,
And so I'm like, just throw me the hitch. I'm tired of going deep. It's not gonna happen. I'll run a
yeah.
post every now and then. It's a long game.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying.
Also, hang on a minute.
Yeah, you're good.
1 second. I'm pulling something up that's could be important. Also, for those that are listening to this episode, make sure that you prepare yourself for Saturday because we have a 95% chance of rain.
Oh Lord,
So, yeah,
no.
what bring your, swimsuits, whatever you need to, because it's probably gonna be wet out there.
A 95%. We might see a lot of it might be low scoring.
However, the temperature is supposed to be a high of 68, so it should at
Okay.
least feel good outside.
At least it's a warm rain, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there have been many games where it's been raining.
Run the ball!
Just run the ball. Just run the ball. Make it easy.
So,
No, but, I appreciate you joining me in my endeavor here,
yeah, I appreciate the offer for having
obviously.
me on.
Anytime, especially since I saw you today, I was like, "Well, how could I not?"
Right.
I told Caitlin about it. I, like when I went to do the delivery, I was like, "I know this neighborhood." And then I, like, came up, I was like, "It's Xavier." I
That
felt
was
like
that
a
was so
little kid.
it's like, "Oh my god, that's my friend!"
The driver called me and they're like, "Who was that?" I was like, "It's my friend.
Yeah, so that's one of my best friends, dude.
It's one of my best friends. He just beat me in a football game, but it's alright.
Yeah,
It's alright."
it
But
happens.
if you don't mind praying us out, we'll close this out and have a great week 5, everybody.
Yep. Sounds good. My dog's going a little crazy right now, so I'll try to make this as
All good.
calm as I can, alright? Alright, Father God, thank you for this day. Thank you for this opportunity for me and Matt to get on this podcast and just kinda sacrifice a little bit of our time in order to get this league to the place that you want it to be at. Thank you for all the connections that you have brought into this league. I know for me personally, this league has changed my life for the better and has made my walk with you so much easier, knowing that I have a good support system around me of guys that care about me and want the best for me, even if I have to play them every single week or play different people every other week. Just pray for a good, safe week. I pray that there's little to no injuries and that everyone can keep their cool and remember why we're playing the game at the end of the day. We do see your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Hey, I appreciate it. Happy week 5, everybody. Let's get after
Go Irish, baby.
it. Appreciate it, Xavier.
Yes, sir. Take care. Have a good one, brother.
Alright.